Well, hello everyone and welcome to today's rather Freaky Friday video. Dan is on the outside, I am inside the ruins of a lovely little church in St Cohan in Cornwall. So this is just on the outside of Truro. So there has been recently on the outside, probably I presume a storm, because there's been 3 uprooted trees. They've not quite got to the church, but it is fenced off. I have done a cheeky little hop over the fence to have a look around, being very respectful, not going near any of the masonry, just being very easy, taking it easy, being careful. But this is a beautiful church ruin. It's my remit. I love a ruined church. If you've seen our videos from Norfolk and on our holiday here in Cornwall, we found one, or I found one. So I wanted to come have a look around. So it's a lovely summer's day, and it is, I say, really lovely actually. Covered in nature. It's a little bit not unsteady underfoot, but you just got to be careful because there is masonry that has fallen over, which I'll show you in a moment. So I will come back in a moment. We'll have a quick little talk on the history and I'll show you around. See you in a sec. So the history of this lovely church. So this church of St Cohan dates from around 1370, and it consists of a nave, chancel and south aisle. Unfortunately it is now roofless, but this church in 1844 was restored, but unfortunately the parish moved further closer to Truro, down into the valley, closer to the river. So unfortunately it made this little church a bit redundant. They obviously made a new church, which they used materials from here and the furniture and the bells, moved them to the new church, the new parish. So the roof actually was here until the 1940s, but it was removed to aid in the war effort. So the lead was removed for the war effort, and unfortunately that meant that it sealed its fate, and by 1945 this little church had its last service and then was redundant, no longer used, and left to ruin and in the state you can see it now. So it's sad that it's, as happens, the parishes move, they amalgamate, and it just means these lovely little places which have held many services and have been, you know, the height of the community, are left abandoned, which is sad. But it's under the, I believe, the church's trust, I believe, but as I say, it is still ruinous, so you've got to be careful should you come find. So that's the history of St Cohan's. I'll take a look around. Well, everyone, I'm just taking you for a little tour. Some of the architectural features here are still stunning. So you can see in this little corner by my little entrance door, there's a old little fireplace. I'll see if I can get close because there's some old wire fencing here and trees. There we go. Look at that little thing. Isn't that pretty? And the old pillars now being taken over by ivy. Really stunning features here. I say in the tower you can still see some of the glass left in the window. Let's be careful back over here. And see what I mean by the fallen masonry. So these would have been, I believe, some of the old pillars. And there's some bigger pieces over here. Let's go for a little stroll. This is the side where the tree collapse has come down. Fortunately not into the church itself, but close enough. Just got to be careful. And here we have some of the old pillars, I believe. This one is still very much sturdy and rooted. And then this section as you can see, is the whole curve of one of the old pillars that would have been supporting the up the nave, most likely. Absolutely lovely. One of the other entrances. Have a look. Ooh, got to be careful where you're standing. One of the other windows. Can we see down? Oh, we can see down through the window. Hi! Like a figure in red. Beautiful. Let's have one little last look around and we'll say goodbye. Well, everyone, thank you for coming along and with me for once. Makes a change. Actually, Dan didn't want to come in on this one. Just wanted to keep watch outside, obviously, of any neighbours. But being very respectful and careful where we can. So thank you for coming along, and I hope you enjoyed this little look around this lovely little church ruin in Cornwall. So do like my church ruins, and this one is particularly pretty. I do really like this one. So from the Phoenix History team, thank you for coming along, and spread the word of the channel. Like, subscribe and leave us a comment. So it goes a long way. We really like the support and like to, you know, keep in touch with our subscribers and the community we're building here. So because history matters, take care everyone. See you soon. Kapow.